All right, take 3, believe it or not, for math, because my computer keeps not working. All right, so for math, we're going to do a quick review here. So I have this little guy right here. If you remember, we called this a unit. And we said it was 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, or 1 square centimeter, because you can see that it's a square. So this is 1 square centimeter, or 1 unit. If I add 10 of the units together, I get a strip. And there is 10 units in here. You can count them all up, or 10 square centimeters. And you can easily do that by doing 1 times 10. These are my dimensions, remember, a dimension here and a dimension here. So 1 times 10 is 1 strip. And it's 10 square centimeters, or 10 units. If I add 10 of these together, we get a mat. And a mat is a 10 by 10. Those are our dimensions, 10 here and a 10 here. And there's either 100 little units in here. You can count them all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 100. Or if you look, there's 10 strips, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. One thing I forgot to tell you guys last time is what a strip mat is. And a strip mat, and I can't hold them all, is just when you add 10 mats. Well, I only have 4 here, but when you add 10 mats all together, so now my dimensions would be a 10 this side, and it goes all the way up to 100 here. And if you add up all the mats in there, there's 10 of those. There would be 100 strips in that all the way up, or there would be 1,000 units in there. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, did you know that we can use these as measuring too? Last time I called that, we can say that this one right here, if we wanted to measure, it would be 1 centimeter across. It'd be good for measuring maybe the height of Mr. B's glasses, 1, 2, 3 centimeters high. A strip might be better for measuring like the length of Mr. B's arm, because remember it's 10, and it's more efficient to count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's a lot quicker to count it that way. Or like, let's say you were saying how far you had to bike to school. It might be more efficient to use this big, tall, again, I can't do it all the way, the big, tall strip mat. So you can measure all sorts of things. I'm going to give you a clue right now. One of the things you might have to measure for your homework is an MP3 player. Mr. B, what's that? Well, it's really old technology. If your parents are watching, they might be like, wow, why does Mr. B still have that? Good question, I don't know. But this held up to 200 songs on it, and it's this big. So what might be good to measure that? My guess is it might be good to use a centimeter strip. So that's my clue for you guys. Kudos for you for watching. All right, not only can we measure length with these, but we can also measure area. An area, remember, is not just one direction, but 2 directions. And that's how we get that term square centimeter, or a unit. Let's say I had a piece of paper, and I'm going to switch cameras here, and this is where it keeps going bad, so hopefully it'll work. Let me switch cameras here. Make sure the sound is still on. The sound is still on. All right, it's working. Let's say I had a piece of paper that was this big. I measured it out. I cut it out, and across the top, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It was 15 across the top. I'm going to even write that up here for us. 15. Oops, lower it. And this side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 sideways. Mr. B is not actually very good at his math. Let's say I'm not very good. I can break this up into easier sections for Mr. B to use. This guy right back here, you can't see him. I want to break it up into easier sections. So what I can do is I know that a mat has 100 units in it, and it's a 10 by 10. So I'm just going to push here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I have a 10 by 10. So I broke it up. And I know that this 10 by 10 has 100 in it. You're not supposed to write on these what Mr. B is. 100. Over here, I have my leftovers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5, well, this actually looks like a strip, and we know a strip is 10 long. So I broke it up, and I know that 5 times 10 is 50. Or you can even count the strips by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I try to write on these, but I don't think it goes very well. So I'm just going to go like this. Remember, here's our factors. We multiply these together. This one has 100, and this one has 50. If I want to know the total units, I need to add these together like I had before. So I'm going to add 100 plus 50, and that equals 150. I found it much easier to break it up. And as we go along, you're going to find it's easier to break them up. But notice a couple things. We only broke up one side because here, 10 is still the same here and here. But up here, we broke up 15 into 10 and 5. We couldn't do a 4 here because that wouldn't add up all the way. So it was a 5. And we can even show that by having our 5 strips. So this is just kind of a cool way, and we're going to revisit this in the future, of just breaking up some of these bigger arrays. I'm going to show you, I'm actually not. We'll do that in whole group. We'll do a slightly bigger problem in whole group to see what it looks like when we break it up. So that's the end of this video. I'm going to let you see my face one last time. So that's the end of this video. Watch it as many times as you need. And again, ask questions in whole group, and we're going to do a slightly bigger problem. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in whole group. Bye.